It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants, and it's all up next.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east, and we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defense, old saying is, make them snap it again.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position. It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he'll get about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end Fant in motion. Darnold to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
So anytime a defense sees an offense set up with an empty backfield, a lot of times these blitzes, these are checks. And this is where, as a quarterback, you have to understand who is accounted for by my protection and who is not. Anybody who blitzes that you can't block, that job is on you to get that ball out of your hand.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Motion man, sent right. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. The tight end, Fant, in motion. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. There's the big tight end, Fant. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
That is a gain of 20, and what a chance now. First and goal coming up.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's Walker. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal. One more time with Walker. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
And now with that stop on second and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. Third and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly in the same direction as the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense ready for their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because It doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
We are through one. It's the Giants leading this one early. More from MetLife Stadium after this. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's a handoff to Walker. Whoa. Here's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They run with Walker. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, They're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Darnold. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about their previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now a screen set up for Tracy. Good looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They go play action now. Wilson. He finds Johnson across the field. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Here comes the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Giants. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants are out to a 21-10 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Steven Sims to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Here's Darnold. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. He gets that to his big target, Fant. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Darnold to the air once more. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And This is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Throwing, Darnold. To the outside and complete to Valdez-Scantling.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
It's complete. He's got caught. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Jersey with the Giants on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That one complete to Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
In motion, it's Robinson. They go play action with Wilson. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Now Russ. Open man is Robinson.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
They'll run with Tracy. And they've got it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13. But it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. Wilson to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And the Giants are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's a run. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
You find yourself as a play caller saying, all right, I only got to get 1 yard, and I got multiple plays to do it. What you don't plan for is all of a sudden you're going to go backwards, and it changes the entire approach and, frankly, the entire play call sheet that you have to draw from.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Brian Daboll displeased with that one, and out comes the challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sim. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll try to run for it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Ray gonna return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Throw left side, that's Johnson. Here's 2nd and 9. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get two hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, here comes the lefty punter, Jamie Gillen. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On third down, here's Wilson. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it short game.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Darnold now to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
It came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. It is second and a yard. Here's Darnold. That one caught over the middle by the rookie. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Here's second down. Darnold to the air once more. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for third down. Here's Darnold again. That is caught. He finds Walker. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw again is Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here, and they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Darnold to throw again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut the deficit to 7. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Second down and 8. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. A carry here for Tracy. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker, and they have turned it over on downs. Darnold to throw on 1st down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.